I began to sing songs. You know, something that we were singing songs. I don't want nobody to give me nothing. Just open the door and I'll get it myself. Woo! Yeah. Right? I'm black and I'm proud. I'm black and I'm proud. Say it again. I'm black and I'm proud. Say it loud. I'm black and I'm proud. Woo! Woo! How many remember the black days? How many remember the black days? Yeah, yeah. How many black folk we have in here tonight? Kind of scared? You got one black? No. I'm scared about being anything right now. I'm raising some heavy questions. So we come up with this black thing. Yeah, so then I worked around the country again. You know what I asked by now, don't you? Do you have a black name? No. Well, do you speak Black East? No. Well, is there a black land on the map anywhere? No. So then black power ceased to be a big thing because we found out we didn't have green power. What is black power without green power? So what did the think tank get together to do? So black folk then began to walk around talking about, I'm an Afro-American. See, by this time, we waking up now, you know, what's your nationality now? Well, I'm not colored. See, I found out I wasn't colored. I found out I wasn't a Negro, and I found out I wasn't black. But I'm from Africa somewhere, so I'm an Afro-American. You have Japanese American, Indian American, Chinese American, Cuban American, so I'm an Afro-American. The think tank wasn't going for Afro because, you know, that didn't sound too cool. You couldn't put that together, you know, like, do you speak Afro? So they got together, and 2 years ago, what did they come up with? African American. So all the great black leaders said, this ought to shut Yahweh being Yahweh up, the word Africa. Right? That should shut me down, shouldn't it? That's what they said. So I came around, I asked them, do you speak African? That's what I've been asking these last 2 years. Do you speak African? No. So right, nobody in Africa speaks African. Nobody over on that continent speaks African. Not one person. They all speak tribal languages. You know, like Swahili. Like Mandela speaks Bantu. See, every one of them has a tribe that takes them back to their ownership, ancestral ownership of the entire continent of Africa, coming all the way from Ham down to today. So they speak a dialect of their tribe. Nobody speaks African. So my next question was, yeah, we waiting on you. Come on. Come on with your next question, Yahweh ben Yahweh. Come on. I said, well, do you have an African name? Yes. Nkrumah. Yeah, with the name of all these people, you know. I said, no, you're wrong again. Those are not African names. Those are tribal names. Every single name identifies the tribe. Now, they're blacker than us, right? But although they all look alike, same nappy hair, yet they come from different tribes. Say, okay, we waiting on you about this land thing. Come on with that. Come on with this map thing. Let me hear you tell me that is there a map with Africa on it. I got plenty of maps to show you with that name on it. That ought to shut you down. That should shut me down, shouldn't it? You're looking at me kind of like, yeah, I don't believe that shut him down. You're right. It didn't. It doesn't. It doesn't. Because I have to ask you a question. How long has that continent been called Africa? You look on ancient maps, and that name is not there. It hasn't always been called Africa. Therefore, that's not its name. Since it's not always been called Africa, then you have to ask another question. Who named it Africa? The same people that named you Culpeper, Underwood, Greenleaf, Mr. Green, Mr. Brown, and Mr. Black. That's who. And a people that don't know where they come from can't know where they're going. When you don't know where you've been, you don't know what you come from, so you can't get back to it. And if you can't get back to your heritage and your inheritance, you are a people walking around on the earth without